Worth it. Worth the death.
Did the work of a nation.
Was it the proximity mine? Please let it be me. Please let it be my kill at the end. It is me.
That's a kill.
That was awesome. I'm happy with that.
Oh, okay.
I'm fighting all these guys by myself over here, I think. So I don't know where you guys are, but
I think we're here with you. I'm
Okay.
fighting. No, Cards and I are fighting a bunch of people. Ooh, that was gnarly. Oh, we got
I think there's some more.
Yeah.
fucking car just shows up out of nowhere.
Oh man.
And it blew up. It just blew up.
Good.
It just blew up. That's perfect.
I don't know where anyone is. And then suddenly the car crashes into the middle of the fight after almost everyone is fucking dead. And it was fantastic. It was just the greatest thing. Oh. So Cards, if you didn't know, and as long as it's not a hot topic, you could probably talk to King Warrior about the 49ers based on his game, based on his gamer tag.
I was more of a Niners fan in the 90s with Steve Young and Jerry Rice. So I'm a boomer Niners fan from back in the day.
I remember playing as the 49ers in Tecmo Super Bowl on the NES, and that was like, and Jerry Rice was one of the players you could play as well in that game. I don't know if he was on the Niners at that point in that game at least. I think he was, but it was one of those things though that was like that's my last like favorite sports game, like as far as like I played that religiously kind of thing. It was Tecmo Super, or it was like Tecmo Super Bowl. I think it was Tecmo Super Bowl because there was Super Tecmo Bowl, which was on Super Nintendo, but Tecmo Super Bowl was like the one that you can actually go to the Super Bowl. It was like one of the first. Yeah.
Joe Montana, John Taylor,
That's
Ricky
how
Waters,
old I am.
Jerry
Yeah,
Rice,
Joe Montana was definitely one of them.
Brent Jones.
All these people went out for the gold rush of 1849.
Yeah.
Yes.
All of them.
I know.
Not all of them found gold either, which was sad. But the inflatable raft thing that you can ride on.
Well, I'm going.
That's what made me get super seasick when I was in Cabo. That was fun. It was so bad, like my seasickness, I guess, was like once we got to land, I was fine. But they, like, everyone looking at me was like, no, you can't, like, stay right there. Just sit on the pier and just wait for us to come back with a wheelchair. And I was like, I don't need a wheelchair. I'm just like, I just need to be back on land. And they're like, no. Do you want us to take you to a hospital? Do you need like a first aid? Like, what do you need? And I'm like, I don't know, a Sprite and a cold shower? What? I don't need anything. Just let me stand on my own 2 feet.
A Sprite. Maybe ginger ale.
Yeah, well, they had Sprite, so I got a Sprite. It was the closest thing they had. But I literally, all I did was, like, once I got to land, and they wheeled me off the pier in a wheelchair, which was just the saddest thing, because they're, like, I was not, like, once we hit land, I was fine. I was just fine. But they wouldn't take no for an answer, and so I had to wait there. They were covering their own asses, which is fine, but whatever. One of the things that I found really, like, the most depressing part of it to me was the fact that because I was doing this and, like, I missed our tram back to the hotel, and so they put me on a special tram with all of these, like, physically disabled people, old people, and like people that like really needed like special help, but they made me sit in the front of this. Yes, wait, right, apparently, but I'm like a fully capable grown human, and I'm taking up spots in this like I was the emergency reason that they came back. They waited for me. They held the short bus for me. And I'm like, I just need like I just need some cold water. Like, just throw some cold water. Like, that's it. But they saved the front seat, so I was in the passenger seat of that ride on the way back to the hotel. And my fiance was very nice about it. Like, she was like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" I was like, "Yes, I'm okay." But I've been okay. That's the whole thing. It's like, I've been okay. I was like, I looked in the back, and there's people who have like obviously like lost their legs in some sort of like horrible accident.
Oh, no.
And I'm just like in the front because I got a little hot. I felt awful. I felt like worthless.
I have a topic to discuss. Movies that have someone die and then ghost person ends up developing a relationship with a younger child.
So
like Sixth Sense? I mean, spoilers. But...
No. I haven't seen it.
What?
So, like, okay, so for instance, Hocus Pocus, Zachary Binks, who turns into a cat and lives his life for approximately 3 centuries in the real world before he meets a 9-year-old girl and proceeds to sleep with her and cuddle with her in her bed. But is something like that in the same vein as, say, like Casper, where Casper died as a child and has lived his life as a child ghost and then meets another teenager? Are they the same thing or are they different?
Well, I mean, you're still... So if you're... Okay, depends on the... Yes, he's a teenage ghost, but he's still had experiences as a ghost. He's been around for...
I mean,
I don't know.
okay, so my thought is that, like, Casper is, like... Well, how young was Casper? Do we remember the actual age? Was he, like, 7, 8 years old?
12-ish.
12-ish? Okay.
And, like,
According
how long
to- according
before
to
he
the
met
movie, at
Christina
least.
Ricci did he die?
So
Right.
he's technically, like, let's say 100 years old. Let's just round it up. Who cares? Even if it's 50 years, it doesn't matter. It's like he is technically significantly older than Christina Ricci.
Yeah.
Like, illegal age difference kind of thing.
Right.
Oh,
yeah, absolutely.
Especially because she's still like 13, 14 years old. But the laws of ghosts, who governs the laws of ghosts? Who
we
watches
all
the
know.
Watchmen?
Laws of ghosts.
But
As we all know, the laws of ghosts.
The laws of ghosts,
Laws of ghosts.
as written in Article 3, Section 5.
of the supernatural accords, it's hard to know because he's still technically like a 12-year-old boy. So yes,
Yeah, but
he's
is he,
seen.
though?
Yes.
I don't know, man. I mean, maybe in appearance, but like, I don't know, not in the ways that matter, which are emotionally and intellectually.
I don't know. I suppose yes, but can he emotionally mature? Because he's only been existing in like a vacuum essentially.
Yeah, but emotional maturity comes with time and age, right? I mean, not for everybody, certainly. Yeah, I mean, how else? I mean, I guess you're right. He's not like interacting with people that whole time, so he's got
Right. And he's only got his own family that he really interacts with as a ghost until Christina Ricci shows up.
And I mean, she's hot.
We've established that Christina Ricci in Casper and also as Wednesday Addams was like, she was older than me in those movies. So she was like the unattainable, like the hot friend of my brother kind of thing, you know?
So I think it's weird to say she's hot as Wednesday Addams, seeing as how she was a child.
Right, but I'm not saying she's hot now as Wednesday Addams. I found her hot as Wednesday Addams when I was her age. I'm not saying that she's still hot. What I'm saying is,
You found her to be hot.
She's still hot.
I found her to be hot when I was her age. I, in fact, was attracted to another female around the same at that same age, who looked similar, had the same type of like hair color and like skin tone and like mannerisms. That's all I'm saying, is that like I was attracted to someone my own age at the time, not now, not the same thing.